What's going on YouTube? Today I'm going to be talking about the Mavic Pro, the first edition. I have the Alpine version, which is the Fly More version. I've actually only flown this about twice and I've owned it for several years, and it's been in storage. I know it's pretty bad, for about maybe a couple of years in my office. And I actually have a gig coming up, and so I was like, they need a drone shot and I need to practice. So I came across a big issue with the drone, and apparently the drone has either went hibernation or it's really bad. And I spent the last several days researching what could be the problem with this drone. And a lot of people have been talking about issues like not properly storing them, not properly discharging them or whatnot. They were just in storage for several years, and I know it's bad, and I didn't really read the manual upon purchasing this drone many years ago. I've learned the hard way. With these DJI batteries, like you see, I'm gonna use the second angle here. Initially when I plugged it in there would be a blink here, and then 16 blinks of the lower LED light, and it seems to look like it's firing up, but it wasn't turning on the drone. So I did several swaps with my other batteries. Same thing when see here, whenever you turn it on, it's got the blinking right now, and it actually fire up all these lights. So I did all these techniques, what a lot of people suggested. Power it up, let it sit for 5-10 minutes, then plug it with the hardwired plug charger. And I did that, and I left it overnight. And then what other techniques did they say? Try to update your firmware. And the problem is, if this doesn't fire up, how can I actually update the firmware on this thing? So I'm kind of stuck. So I'm a bit of a tight schedule because my shoot's coming up in a couple of days. I need practice. So I'm a bit stressed out on that aspect. And so I'm trying to figure out how to make these batteries come alive out of hibernation, or if they're just really, really bad. And like I said, I went to the forums of DJIs. I watched a lot of video tutorials and how people try to fix it. They even try to hack this by opening it, and they're doing some electrical stuff in it. I'm not that savvy on these things. I'm not a battery savvy person. I'm not very technical in electronics, so I'm not gonna mess with that. And then I just finally decided I'm gonna buy an aftermarket. There's no doubt about it that this is the only way to go, because it's 2022. DJI does not produce these original types of batteries anymore. Plus, if you do get a hold of them, the shelf life has been sitting there probably for a few years now. And from what I'm reading, a lot of these batteries, the shelf life would be about 2 to 3 years if you properly take care of them. So if you purchase something with DJI with these original batteries, if you're able to find some, that could be an issue. So I went in the route of aftermarket, and I came across some videos that suggested that Power Extra. I bought 2 from Amazon, and first originally I was like, I'm gonna buy one, but because it's an important shoot that's coming up, I decided to buy one. Now, I already opened the first one just to see if it works, and I plugged it in there, and I'm gonna open this box today on this video so you guys can see that it fires up pretty quickly. So with the first one, I already opened it, and it came in this box, came in this pouch, and this is a plastic. And initially it had like 3/4 the way. I went ahead and charged it for an hour and a half. It's already on full. When I was charging it with this, the battery were turned off, so that's fully charged now, which the manufacturing in Amazon recommended to fully charge it if you're gonna do multiple flights already. So initially when I opened it, I put it in there just for a quick test and to see if it fires up. Just gonna remove some of these items here so that way they don't get caught in propellers if it does fly. Now, side note, I am shooting indoor right now on green screen, and I am gonna eventually do another video where I'm gonna be exterior. right now the winds are really bad outside, so I can't even properly do videos outside with these drones without getting knocked out. So I'm doing it internally right now, so I have control of the audio, and I'm doing a green screen, so that way I can layer something in the back when I'm starting to do these tests. Unfortunately, because I'm in indoor, I won't be able to fly it. The idea for it now is so you can see out of the manufacturing, the box, that I'm able to turn it on and instantaneously. And obviously the colors are off, gray and white. At this point, I don't really care as long as they work. And yeah, so I'm gonna fire it up on a full charge on this battery. Now I'm gonna see if it recognizes it in my phone. Okay, now this was able to charge up even though I didn't use it for many years. I'm gonna go to DJI app. Okay, there you go. Now I got lights. As you guys can see, it's red, finally, okay? And then you got blinking lights in the back. That's probably telling you, it's warning it's not calibrated properly. In the menu says precise fly safe database update. Okay, go to update. All right, download now. I'm updating, download. Just give it a few seconds here, and I'll fast forward in this video. At this point, I'm quite happy that it actually just turned on. I can do several things: update the firmware and know the fact that the actual body still works, and the battery is actually firing it up. I'm gonna open up the other battery so you can see how much battery it has, and I'm gonna plug it in there into the drone, and then I'm gonna charge it for an hour and a half as well. And then once both of these batteries are ready, I'm gonna go exterior. Now, I'm technically now pretty much a beginner because I am not a drone connoisseur or anything like that. So I'm just gonna be basically going on a low altitude and just shooting and practicing. So I'm coming from a beginner's perspective on this because I haven't flown a drone for several years. And just bear with me if I'm not doing it correctly. But the idea here is to show you these batteries are actually worth it. And so far, after opening it, the battery has powered up the drone, and I'm quite happy so far. The next step is taking it exteriorly and firing it up. So, all right, so this was my second attempt in trying to update the drone, and I'll show you some videos when I was updating. It says now update complete, go fly. Obviously I'm not gonna fly indoors. Okay, now I have to do some fiddling around with the features in here. The primary objective of this part of the video was two things. One, to test out the battery if it works. Two, to update the firmware. Now I'm realizing now that the firmware is updated, I'm gonna see if these batteries, which if you push, they still look like they work, right? So now that the firmware is updated, which a lot of people and the users have suggested update the firmware, will it work now? Will it charge? So that is my next test beyond this. So I'm gonna power down this drone right now. So this battery works just fine. Now let's open up the second battery and see if it works just fine as well. And I'm hearing some reviews that, aftermarket is just fine, but really you have no choice because DJI doesn't make any more original batteries for these things. And if you do, they're gonna be really outdated and the battery life is really bad, okay? Like I said earlier, this is how it came in the box. This is Power Extra, Mavic Pro, user manual, okay, the pouch, just in case for any fires or anything like that. This is a new battery, so let's see how much juices it has. So about 3/4 of the way. Okay, So I'm gonna plug it in here just to test it out. And if it fires it up, I'm gonna discontinue the video from there on. I'm gonna charge it for an hour and a half. I'm gonna go exterior and we're gonna try shoot with these batteries. Okay, here's the moment of truth with this next battery. All right, I'm gonna fire it up. So now I see the voltage in there. Okay. All right, so we see the battery doing just fine. I'm gonna charge this battery now. And the controller says low battery. So we'll fire this, turn this off. Okay. Take this out. Like I said earlier ago, now here's the moment of truth since the firmware is updated. Will this work? It seems like, you know, all the lights seem to work, but let's see if it will actually turn on. Still, the battery looks dead. It's not connecting. The aircraft is not firing up. Wait, something different. Oh, all 4 lights stayed on, but shut down. So let me see, push one and push again. All 4 lights come up. Okay, nothing. This battery is not reacting. Let's try this one. All 4 lights seem to be blinking. Okay, all 4 lights blink the moment you hold it down for 2 seconds. Nothing. So the firmware is updated and the battery is not communicating with the drone. What I will do after I actually charge up the new battery, I'm gonna revisit this and charge this again to see if it works. The third battery that I have seems like it's completely dead, but just for the sake of trying out, yeah, it doesn't even connect at all. So this will be it for now for this part. What I'm doing next is I'm going to charge up the new battery for an hour and a half. I'm going to take these batteries outside and fly it with the drone, and let's see how long they fly. And I'm going to get custom again to the buttons and the features in this app. All right, so I'm out here today. I'm going to be testing out these batteries, and I'm hopefully that I can make it work. It's been very windy. I need to try and actually get this testing done before Tuesday, which is today, Sunday. And I'm trying to get this video out so at least we can know ahead of time that what we're doing with these batteries. So there is a drone right now. I did a calibration, and it's not gonna go very high. I plan to only just fly it for low distance. Low battery warnings at 30%. That's what I plan to do. And maybe I'm gonna set my fixed altitude to around 40 meters, so that way it doesn't go too crazy. All right, so now let me just get my exposure set. Okay. All right, so this is just a quick test. It's roughly, what time is it now? 6:36 p.m. And I'm just gonna fire it up. Okay, 6:36. Let's see how fast this battery drains. Stay away from it. Don't get too close. Gonna adjust the exposure here. It's a little dark. Again, I'm a beginner, so go over there. Go over there. Don't go in front of it. Go around it. Okay, I'm gonna cut off the video here for now, just so I don't waste footage in my phone. All right, so now I got the low battery warning. I'm at 23% now. The time is 6:55, so it was 6:36 earlier ago. Roughly a little less than 20 minutes, and I'm at 22%, which is not bad. So I'm gonna start descending with this drone. Okay, now we're at 6:56 now, roughly about 20 minutes. We landed the craft. I'm at 18% of battery left, and yeah, which is not bad. I didn't take it all the way up because it's very windy and that's too risky. And plus there's a little bit more people here in the park today. I don't want to be hurting anybody in case this drone falls off the sky. I don't have enough time to test out the other battery, but I'm assuming it's going to be equivalent to it. I'm going to probably do a test tomorrow. Okay, that's pretty much it. We're finishing it off here with a low bat there, drone there. And if you guys have any questions, comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.